All right, we are back with Top Player Tennis. I pre-entered my password in this time, even though I usually showed it. I guess I cheated and did a little bit off the timer. I have made another decision that I think I'm actually going to go back to the custom character and grind out today. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. Which I know is annoying, but with how hard some of those battles were, I honestly think it might be better if I just build up my custom character. This is my custom character, right? Yeah. So, it's gonna be a bit of a grind fest today, but hopefully it'll pay off. And yes, that means... Wow. The timing is different for this character. Oh my goodness, it feels so weird playing one of these characters, though. Or playing this character. Again, I'm so weak. I think, for starters, I'll just beat the first guy, then lose to the second guy, intentionally. Dude, why is it so hard? Yeah, this'll be... I think this could be interesting for the summary video. It'll be a grind, but I'm hoping in the end... it'll be fine. My time is already gonna be pretty long for this one, so I've just accepted the pain at this point. I hit the guy in the back, dang it. I'm doing terrible so far, though. I don't remember how to play as this guy. I've beaten this guy before, but it's been a while. I saw so many double... Yeah, so Suji, yesterday, he did a bunch of work. One of the big things he found out was that Turtle's realization about how the seasons worked was 100% correct. You do not need to win... Or winning the tournaments in the first season is pointless because you have to do this game in the first season. Or this tournament in the first season. And indeed, you do have to, or you have to win every round in the tournament. You do the second, and you have to do that in the second season. Yeah, we solved an old gaming mystery. Now it's been solved. Now we know how you win. But because I was just struggling, I struggled last night with the last opponent I faced, and particularly when I was thinking about how hard Lendl was. Or Lendl, not Lendl. Shoot. I just decided that I'm going to build this character up. It's going to be grindy for a bit, but once I finish him up, hopefully it'll be worth it. So today is probably going to be a lot of just grinding this first tournament. Realistically, I don't think I beat the second guy in this tournament till a little bit later, so I'll probably just lose to him intentionally right away. Not until I can get really good serve wins.
40, 15.
It's an interesting question. Suji, maybe we should time this. You get 10 points for beating your opponent and 4 points for, just losing. But maybe losing is so fast that it's actually faster that way. Shoot.
15, love.
Yeah, this character can get better than the pre-built. Suji showed a screenshot of everything maxed out, and it was glorious. I think I'm gonna ignore the star power for the start, because I never use that with the other characters, and I can finish up those while I'm winning tournaments. Miracle needs at least 5 points. Yeah, I figured Miracle I could just add later to save on some of the grinding, because they're kind of expensive. Oh, Miracle needs 5 points to grind.
15, 40, break point.
Wait, you lose points you don't use? What does that mean? I don't understand what you mean by that. What do you mean, don't use?
30, 40, 40, break point.
What do you mean you can't save points? I can save every time my character, its points are saved. Are you saying you have to spend them before a match ends? You don't add the points. So you have to add them the moment you get them. Is that all you're saying? You have to spend them instantly. Okay. I spent them during the next match, so I don't know if it's quite instantly, but... I do think we should try timing it, because losing to the... Well, I don't know. Losing to the CPU does still take a while, just because... You have to still go through the matches and everything. Yeah, I'm already getting better at this guy. As I'm struggling now. Wait, I got the point for that? That's weird. Yeah, that's the thing. Winning takes a ton. I'm just wondering if it's enough time to beat. So to make it worth it, I'd have to lose as fast as it takes for me to do, or faster than it takes me to win. No. I'd have to lose 2.5 times in the time it takes me to win one game for it to be worth it. And I'm not sure if it is. Maybe we should still time it. Does anyone... I guess I started at 5 or at 1. So I can use that as my timer. We'll see how long it takes for me to beat this guy versus how long it takes for me to lose on the next guy. Because imagine losing on this guy would take about the same amount of time. And we can calculate which will be faster then. Wonder what I should prioritize. I wonder if I should prioritize ball skills, because then I can get my good serves in. Whoops. I did that. I shouldn't have held A as long, so I was further forward. I think still so far my favorite tennis mechanics might... This one's a little more elaborate, has a few more elaborate things, but I think I might still like the Game Boy one the best with its ability to aim with your D-pad, aim your shots. This one aiming is more on position. I think I liked it better when it was just using the D-pad. Yeah, as long as I aim away from him, he's kind of toast. He doesn't move at all. Basically just stands still, so as long as you aim away from him, you'll do pretty well. Although, like I said, it's kind of hard to aim. Ow. I don't know why I said ow. I meant oof. Or something along those lines. Dude, Suji is insane. Just in the course of yesterday, he decided to learn how to hack this game, which I don't think he's ever done stuff like that before. Maybe he has. And he figured everything out. Suji, I don't know how you do it. You have done that kind of stuff with Tom before? Oh, I guess you kind of had to do some of it for the Famicom disk system translations in a way, don't you? But no, that's not actually hacking the game, though. That's a little different. Emulators have features that make it easier. Wait, so were you kind of... Oh, you were making cheat codes. Okay, that makes a little more sense, I guess. I don't know how you'd still figure out what the codes would need to be, but... I guess the NES's memory is so simple that maybe it's not as hard to figure out what's stored in what pieces of memory than I think it is. No! Dang it.
15, call.
Yeah, I know things like Game Genie work, but often... Actually, I don't know how they work, totally.
15, 30.
My character is really hard to aim. He just doesn't have that much control over the ball. Ah, I went too far.
15, 40. Break point.
Well, I get that it's easy to modify memory values. I guess just learning the right ones seems like a bit of a headache. But the NES is so simple, so maybe it's not too bad.
30, 40. Break point.
I'm too used to programming on machines with a ridiculous amounts of memory.
Deuce.
Deuce! I was doing that bad? Dang it.
Advantage. Receiver. Break point.
Dang.
Deuce.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be a lot harder, because it seems like there'd be a lot more junk you have to sift through in a modern game. And by junk, I just mean a lot more things are stored in memory in a lot of places. Things that you wouldn't even necessarily understand what they mean. No, come on.
Advantage. Receiver. Break point.
Maybe I just haven't done it enough to know. Well, I kind of did. I had a class once, a low level, what was it? It was a computer programming class that had to do with more low level stuff. And we had an assignment that was essentially like, well, that was more assembly, I guess. Not so much memory. A little bit of memory, though. It had to do with basically finding ways to hack into programs. He had turned off a bunch of already safety precautions that are on modern, dang it, compilers. But it was like we had to find ways to access memory in weird ways and stuff like that, and it was kind of confusing for me. I still figured a lot of it out, but
Advantage. Server.
it wasn't a security course, but the teacher like loved security stuff, so didn't really surprise me. Oh, come on. Why did you aim to the left there? Dude, I can't get out of this deuce, dude. I really want to be able to do crazy serves. But strength still might be part of it. What was her strength again? Does anyone remember? Was it 4? Because maybe I match her strength and some of her skill stuff first before worrying about speed. Because with this guy, I feel like speed doesn't actually matter a whole lot. He's not doing anything too crazy. It's more about how tricky can I... How tricky can I make the ball move?
Love. 15.
So that round took a lot longer. Not every round is necessarily going to take that long, but maybe it's good to have one of those in a match where we're trying to figure out... Oh, I didn't think you'd hit that. Sometimes it does not look like they should hit it, and they do. I don't know if it's just a perspective thing or what.
Out. 15. 30.
Well, I'm good against this guy against him. I was still getting clobbered by some of the other guys in the harder difficulties.
15, 40, break point.
Part of it, I think, is that this guy's just really bad in edge situations. So I need to get... How many points do I need to get where I want to? Suji, the thing I showed you wasn't quite right. That wasn't actually my sheet at the time. Rich is just a spoiled kid thinking he can make a tennis pro. Imagine being someone who's wealthy and naming your kid Rich. I guess it's Richard is the full name, but still. Can you imagine? I imagine most people don't. Or I imagine people naming Richard aren't necessarily thinking of that, though. See, some of these rounds go so fast, and then some take a while. It's just a matter of how well I play, I guess. It's going to affect how hard this is. Again, ideally, once my serves become good enough, this becomes a lot easier. And luckily, we know I can just lose my way through, so I don't have to win 8 after. Or I can skip a bunch of tournaments after this one that don't matter. It's kind of funny with games like this. It always takes me a moment to, like, accept that they're just going to be long games. Like, at first, I'm like, oh, I want to beat this as fast as possible. But then, like, after a couple streams, I've just accepted my fate. Nothing I could do about it. And I'm a little bit more willing to take my time. Oh, I thought that was too far. That was a weak hit, though. That was weird. I messed up so much with uploading Anticipation on Monday. I had every intention to upload it to the VOD channel on Monday, and then I just totally forgot over the weekend to work on it. And then on Monday, when I did remember, it took a while to render, and I was like, I'll just upload it at the end of the stream, and then I forgot again. So I just moved it to this morning instead. No. Yesterday morning? What day's today? I'm lost. No, this morning. Today's Tuesday. All right, so there's my 10 points. I don't know why it says 11. That left over from before. Is it how good you do? So let's bump up these things. I do want one more strength, maybe, because I think that's what she had. What does focus do? Do I need to level up that as well? I think I maybe do. All right, so that took me about 20 minutes, a little under. Let's see how long it takes to lose. Wait, this is a different person. I wonder how good this person is. Better than the last person. All right. Let's see how long it takes to lose. The only thing I'm worried about with the custom character is that I'm going to run into both Lendl and Evert in the tournaments now. I hope that's not a problem. Hopefully my beefiness is enough to make up for that. But what is energy? I don't really get it. It said something on the lines of, like, how you use this, or something about how you're able to use those other skills, but I don't understand what that actually means practically. Ba-doom.
Love, 30.
I don't know if I ever faced off against this person before. It must just be random who wins the other rounds.
Love, 40. Break.
Which is why whether or not I have to face off against the hard characters is kind of rough, because it's kind of random. I don't know. It's someone who it's Carly. She doesn't show up in later tournaments because I don't think anyone from this tournament does. So she's someone who usually got beat, I think, when I played before, by the time I got to this point.
Love. 30. Love.
Carly is Rich's girlfriend who wants to beat you up. Everything's all connected to Rich, isn't it? Too bad I can't, like, play this without, or, like, leaving it idle and losing that way. I could play, like, some F1 race while while grinding.
Love, 15.
You almost can, but you can't quite, because you have to serve. And I think you might have to push A between actual games.
Love, 30.
I mean, you have to create your own story in a game like this. Yeah.
Love, 40. Break. Point.
Does anyone still make tennis games besides the occasional Mario sports game? I'd think there would be, but I don't actually. I feel like I don't ever see them.
Love.
Because it'd be kind of nice if I could just idle away. Yeah, I imagine someone still makes tennis games.
30. Love.
It's kind of crazy watching the Beast play the N64 games, because it was like at that point racing games were everywhere. There's so many racing games on the N64. Quite a few sports titles too, but I don't know if that's unusual for a console. I think just with a 3D, a lot of those kind of games just were able to do a lot more.
Love, 15.
So it was kind of all the rage to start doing it. I mean, I guess some sports series still do really well and have yearly releases, but feels like now you've got just a few franchises that do a bunch as opposed to like tons of companies doing it. I mean, I guess they were still making quite a few back in the day. Like, I'm pretty sure there was quite a few football series made by the same company on the N64 and stuff like that, but basically just finished my Wrecking Crew summary video already today. Suji has to watch it and go over it and tell me where I said. There's one part, Suji, I'll see if you'll notice it. Actually, there was 2 parts where I was like,
30.
I don't think I sound great here, but I'll see if Suji notices, and it's too early for me to re-record anyway, so we'll see if you notice them. Sometimes when I talk, and you probably still hear it some in my summary videos, I just, like, don't say things clearly. Like, I don't know. I'm a little sloppy with being... I don't enunciate very well. And I try to catch a lot of them while I'm recording, but I still miss some.
Love, 15.
That's one of the biggest things Suji helps me catch, and an occasional editing flub, too. There's nothing more annoying than me saying, I had 5 lives remaining, and there's, like, clearly 4 lives remaining. I had 293 points, and I had 273.
Love, 40.
That happens way more than it should. Sometimes I wonder if I should go the Suji route where, like, I don't know, on my Discord I have a channel where people can watch my videos a day early and then give feedback or something. But I don't know if I really want to welcome all feedback. That could just get annoying, especially when you don't implement feedback that people want you to do. It'd be nice to catch an occasional thing, though. Like, I kind of regret on my NES video what I said about Gens 1 and 2. Granted, I was pretty much like, I said something along the lines of I don't really know, which is fine, but now I do know more, and I wish I was a little more clear. And Nintendo was making stuff during Gen 2, it's just their consoles at that time still kind of fit in Gen 1, and they were overlapping. Like, that would have been a nice thing to catch beforehand and edit the summary video, you know? They said you should talk about this one thing. Yeah, and I admittedly, I don't actually put that much, like, I don't know. I never intended my summary videos to be these, like, super heavy researched, I know all the information kind of thing, and I kind of hope people don't see it that way. I think maybe I leaned into it a little. Sometimes I lean into it a little too hard. I mean, if I'm being honest, it's mostly just me looking at Wikipedia and Wikipedia sources, plus a few other things, looking for interviews and stuff like that.
15, love.
Because really, I'm just trying to give a bit of an intro to the context that something came around in. I'm not trying to, like, uncover secret truths about the origins of Nintendo, you know?
40, love. Match point.
But yeah, like, we think about that Game & Watch research we had to do. Oh, that was crazy.
Game set.
It's hard when you're making a video every week to give, like, to do tons and tons of research, you know? All right, so that took me... How long did that take me? About 8 minutes. So 2.5, it's about the same. It took me almost, if I did that 3 times, it would be about the same length as how long it took me to do a single match. Well, technically it was actually 9 minutes, now that I think about it. Because I started at the 19th hour, not at the 20. Took me 19 minutes to do the first thing. And that doesn't include the intro stuff. Maybe it is just a bit faster to do. Yeah, it's close, but I think you're right. I think winning is a hair better. So I need to spend my 1 points, don't I? If it goes away afterwards. That could be tough. Oh, I didn't qualify. Try again. See, there's Carly and Mercy on the bottom right, but I fought Mike before as the second one, so I think the opponents are randomized too. However, I do think it's a good idea to at least lose on the second guy for now. Because until I can beat him with serves, it's going to be slow, probably. Him or her. Right, where it's often just kind of like, you know, very just technical, or not technical, but like straightforward. This is the copyright, blah, 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 blah. It's not told in an interesting way, or you don't hear some of the more interesting details. I need to modify my script for that now before I record it. I gotta remember. I don't know how much detail I'll go into it, just because it's still a little bit shaky exactly what happened, but I think going over that is still a good thing to do. Kind of makes you wonder, should I call it Game & Watch Punch Out instead of boxing? Because that's how it was called in the US. Dang it. Because usually I use the US name
15,
for my lists. I know in a later like in the galleries they just called it boxing. Oops.
30, all.
Yeah, but there's a lot of regional differences, and I've just picked my region to be consistent. So like even in games, because there's games that were called something different everywhere in Europe, and I'm still using the US name. Generally because that's the version I'm playing too. I guess Game & Watches doesn't matter, but I don't know. I just like being consistent. Like, boxing is definitely a perfectly legitimate name for it. And I doubt most people would think twice. So maybe I shouldn't bother. That was a tricky one, but I got it.
30, love.
Yeah, that's why I'd consider calling it Punch-Out, because if that's how it was known in the US, that's what I've done for other games. Yeah, it's not really a Punch-Out game, but that doesn't change the fact that that's what it was called in the US. There are a lot of games that get brands tacked onto them, even when they don't feel like it fits. Yeah, I don't, yeah, you're right. It could get people clicking on a video if they see Game & Watch Punch-Out. There was a Punch-Out game on the Game & Watch, and then they see how bad it is. Tarnish is the name.
Love, 30.
Dang it. It is more visually interesting. That is true. I haven't. The only problem is that retroactive. Oh, no, it's a new series. I haven't used it yet. Oh, man, I gotta really decide here. I was thinking maybe my shadowed version of it in previous videos. I mean, I can refer to it as both, but for the title of the video and for my sheets, I'd like to pick just one. Because there's so many names, or games with multiple names, that I haven't been doing that for. Again, for the sake of consistency, I want to just pick one. I most certainly can put it as boxing in the description, because then that'll show up in searches, but you do too much for the titles, you can't, well, for one, you can't fit everything in the titles of a YouTube video. There's a limit, and Game & Watch Punch-Out and Game & Watch Boxing could be a long one. I also don't think most people really know Game & Watch that well either, that it'll matter that much.
40, love.
Like Turtle was saying, I think Punch-Out honestly might be the one that gets more interest than just boxing, because people know Punch-Out and not Game & Watch Boxing. I'll think about it, though. No decision yet.
Love, 15.
Yeah, and those that do know a lot about Game & Watches that know boxing as boxing will probably have heard of it being called Punch-Out in some places. Other than maybe people who just sift through download like all of them at once on MAME or something. Dang it.
15, 30.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning more towards Punch-Out now, but I'll make my decision when I actually work on it. Although that does mean I have to change my intro and stuff too to the video.
15, 40, set, point.
I'll definitely still, at the very least, in the video, talk about both names, though, still. Initially, for similar reasons, Magic Joy Nerd, for a while, I didn't care to use the Punch-Out name because I felt like it was almost inaccurate of Nintendo of America to even do that. But if that's what it was called, then... Oh, wow, that's terrible.
Love, 30.
What it should have been called was Game & Watch Urban Champion.
15, 30.
What's funny is that there actually is some similarities, believe it or not. I know it sounds like blasphemy, ow. Between Urban Champion and Punch-Out in the very basic sense of the controls. Because you have a head blow, a body blow. You can block head, you can block body. You can punch head, you can punch body. And you could dodge. But what's different is the way that the AI works. That makes it a completely different experience. And I guess there's some of the other systems in the game that are pretty different, like the whole timer and stuff like that. They are really different in the end, but there actually is more similarities than you'd initially think. Little Mac fighting in the streets. The reason why Urban Champion and boxing, honestly, I was thinking about this. Part of the reason why they actually don't work well is because they're forced to work in multiplayer. Imagine trying to fit the Punch-Out engine in 2-player. And it just doesn't... I don't think it would work as well. You could probably do it better than the way Urban Champion implemented it. But you have to make it so that, like, if everyone could just perfect dodge everything, then you'd reach a stalemate. If you could dodge every punish regardless, it just wouldn't work. So what you have in Urban Champion and Game & Watch Boxing is very kind of slow punches that are always a risk, because you're trying to, instead, the goal of those games is to read your opponent and just predict when they're going to punch and counter it effectively. But in the end, that kind of doesn't work super well, at least for a game that simple. There is a multiplayer for the Wii. Does it work well? I do think you could make what they did in Urban Champion and Boxing work better than it does. I think some of it's just its clunkiness feeling too. It's not just that it's multiplayer, but I do think that that design decision is part of what made it end up the way it did.
30. Love.
You'd have to add a lot more elaborate stuff to make it more interesting.
40. Love.
You don't think anyone's played it? Is it like hidden or something? You'd think someone would have. Oh, yeah, the hulked outs. That's right. I remember that now. I kind of knew that. I'm sure some people played it, but I don't know if it ever was played in a serious way. I mean, like I said, you could probably still make the concept work, but I think it was that design decision that made it end up the way it did. So, Suji, did you, to totally change back to this game that I'm playing, did you make the, or did you figure out how the star power works then?
30.
Or not at all? Like, did you try to actually use star power?
Love. 40. Break point.
Not at all? Oh, darn. Because I am curious how you actually use it. Dang it.
Love. 15.
You just made them fall endlessly? Then you have to wait two rounds for each points. But I guess if you're just trying to idle. Dang it!
Love. 30.
I'd love to get to a point where the CPU are just always failing the serves. Oh, you hacked it so it's always the final. Okay, yeah. That makes it a lot faster. Ow! I just hit my heel on my own chair. And it, like, really hurt. No! Dude, I lost a round. Dang it. I was wondering if I'd get more points. Because maybe it's something like, no, that doesn't quite make sense. Because I got 11 points.
Love, 15.
I thought maybe like you have 12 for one for each of your wins, and each loss is -1 to that. But no, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Because you would have noticed it when you were hacking.
Love, 40. Break point.
I got 11 last time, unless that was leftover. But you said the points don't carry over, so I don't know why I got 11. I knew that was too far. I shouldn't have done that.
15. 40. Break point. Love.
I knew that was bad. I forgot when you hold back, you actually move back.
30. Love. Love.
Almost another game down. How long did this take me? Did this take me longer or less? I was at the 8. I was at 28. This took me only 15 minutes.
Game set.
Which is even faster than before. So you got 11 points again. Partly again. Let's see if some of my stats are enough to outplay her. Doesn't look like it. Let's just lose.
Love. 15.
So what would happen if Carly and Rich did face off against each other? Would one of them let the other win?
Love. 30.
Would there be some collusion going on?
Love. 40. Break point.
I feel like you'd want to try to prevent stuff like that from happening in sports, but I don't know if they actually do. Like, what happens if you play against a team that your brother plays in? Is that a conflict of interest?
15. Love.
Rigged beating. But which one would let the other win? That's the question.
30. Love.
I don't know why I hit that. It was like, ooh, I could win with this, and I couldn't help myself. You don't know, you don't talk with them. Maybe I should practice the dive jumps to see how they work, or to get better at them. So let's try like a late dive jump. That didn't work at all. The dive jump is just really hard to get right. And when I do get it, it just goes under.
15.
Or like it doesn't make it far enough. I don't know how they make it work as well as they do. Maybe you just have to be closer to make it work. I glitched to the other side. Did you see that? I started to break the laws of reality. Whoa, I actually did something cool. Is that my star power? I keep wondering if that noise is my star power. I don't know about anything. Certainly seemed to be what was happening here, though.
30, 15. 40, 15. 15.
I could be practicing those dive shots, but I guess in a way they're extending how long I have to play this game, because it does extend the matches by a tiny bit.
Love, 15.
Did they actually do that by playing it, or was that with the TAS?
Love, 30. 40. Break point.
That looked pretty funny. Oh, shoot, I'm serving. I wonder if I can replicate that. That was really funny. That'll be my goal here, is try to get wacky dives. Can't get it again now.
15.
How did I do that? I don't know how I did that, actually. Because that time I just went off screen. How did I do that?
40. Love. Set point. Whoa.
Yeah, there's a difference between like humans knowing how to break and do the exact right inputs for certain things and just knowing completely how to control it. But I get what you're saying. A lot of old games can definitely, probably a lot of modern games too, can be broken in a way where they can like do anything in it. But I don't know if that's true for all games or just some, because arbitrary, they haven't figured out how to do arbitrary code execution for like every old game, right? More just some.
Love. 40. Break point.
They haven't figured it out in, oh, that's crazy. They still haven't figured it out for Super Mario Brothers. Doesn't mean it's not possible, but it doesn't also mean it is possible. It, for all we know, it is impossible. Wins in 0.3 seconds.
15. Love.
Yeah, the stuff they figured out in Super Mario Bros. 64 is insane, and trust me, Suji knows. He is so into the, like, single A button press challenges and all the crazy glitches and stuff they do. Not even that's not even glitches at that point. That's, like, exploitations of the game's code. Yes, the A. What do they call it? The no A button, not single. I don't know why I said single. How many stars they can get without pressing A?
Love. 15.
The A button challenge. All right, what is your stance? Is a half press a press? Is it dumb to consider it separately?
Love. 40. Break point.
Wait, ABC challenge? That's A button challenge. I just know I've heard people bicker about that one before.
15. Love.
I get that you can press A and not release it, and that's a different input. RAS syndrome sounds for recursive acronym syndrome, so that's funny. So if you do a 0.5A press, does that mean you've does that still fail the A button challenge?
15.
Does it fail as bad as a full A press, or does it fail half as bad? Dude, the stuff they do in that is crazy though. Suji shows me like summaries and stuff of some of the stuff they do, and it's insane the ways you can break Mario 64 with the TAS. I don't know why I hit that.
15. Left. 30. Left. 40. Left. Match point.
I don't really care. I'm just trying to start a fight. But it sounds like you guys are in agreement, so I can't do it. Okay. Here we go again. Actually, these tournaments are the same. But I swear I fought someone else in position 2 before. I don't know. Ooh, that serve was a little nasty. Did you see that? This is a good sign. Things might start moving a bit faster. Oh, I don't know if that's enough to beat the second person, but this is a good sign for this starting to move a little bit quicker. See how much ball spin I got on that now? How much I can curve it?
Left. 15.
What's the maximum you can put each stat at? Oh, what a bounce off the net, man. 10. Okay. Starting to feel a little bit better with the tricky stuff, at least. Oops. What? What? Dude, I did that terribly.
30.
I said I'm getting better, and now I'm messing up. Now the question is, will I still be able to get Lendl with a beefed up character? Like, will I still be able to trick him with serving? Crazy. Dang it. Yo, did I just make us get to Deuce? Dang nabbit. Deuces take longer.
Advantage. Receiver. Break point.
I can see my ball starting to be a little trickier with spins and stuff. Okay, so he still hits that one. It's the B I have to do.
15. Left.
I worry that if I go like too much on the spin though, my old struts won't work. But hopefully I could figure out new ones that would.
30. Left.
We are almost an hour into the stream, and I have not. I've only just been leveling up my character. I feel like that's mostly what I'm going to be doing today, and then we'll see how much longer it takes. After that point. It'll be one more stream, 2 more streams.
Love, 30.
I should finish. I definitely will finish this, I think. Unless I get really roadblocked still by the harder challengers. Wow, I barely made that.
Love, 40.
I should definitely finish this by the end of the week. Yeah, that's why when I was considering switching... Oh, I did the wrong type of shot. When I was considering switching to Lendl, I didn't like him in the end because of his low ball spin. It made it harder to get people on the serve. Which is why I'm hoping this character will do well, because hopefully I have the ability to volley well and trick people up. And potentially have even trickier serves with the added strength and stats in skill
40. Love,
and the like. I'm hoping that they just get, like, I'm dreaming of a world where I'm hitting it way in the corner and it's, like, so hard to hit. Right on the serve. We'll see if that comes true, but that would be nice if it did.
love,
I definitely feel like that recent upgrade I did, though, was a big boost. To how easy... Oops. It was a big boost to how easy, this guy is.
30.
I might try seeing how well I can do against the next opponent. Because winning 2 in a row at this speed would be ideal. Keyword being at this speed. And then obviously you have to lose the 3rd one or else you're going to be going into the harder tournaments. You're probably supposed to play where you keep trying in seasons and failing and upgrading your character and stuff. That's probably what they were envisioning. Which is kind of tedious, but... guess if you're trying to make a tennis game last, especially on the NES,
15.
that's a way to do it.
Love,
It's realistic. I mean, I guess it is your character getting better over time and,
40. Love,
you know, someone's not just going to come in and all of a sudden win all the tournaments right away. Like, there are actually some things I'd give this game credit for. It's just hard not to make a tennis game not feel tedious, you know? Aw, man.
out. 15. Love,
Yeah, I would agree. Realism isn't always a good thing. However, I do like the stat building of this game. I think it's an interesting idea.
15. Call,
I kind of like the idea of sports games with RPG mechanics, I guess. I think it's an interesting way to make them change and evolve over time.
15. 30.
That net hit was evil. That's right. I think that's part of the reason why I like the Golden Sun. Not the Golden Sun. The Camelot
15. 40.
Game Boy Advance golf game so much. There's just more interesting ways to do it than the way this game does it. But also on the NES, it kind of makes sense. Like, I certainly think for an NES tennis game, I think this game is fine. I don't know, maybe tennis fanatics would disagree, but
15. Love,
even though it's really tedious and it's not my favorite, I don't think it's
30. Love,
yeah, that does kind of feel like it was the height of Camelot
40. Love,
sports era. It doesn't seem like they're doing as... Well, I don't know. I think they're still selling well because the Switch... It's on the Switch, and Switch games sell well. But that does kind of seem to be like when they were at their peak.
out. Love, 15.
You don't think this game is very well liked by sports fans? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to judge, I guess. I guess I haven't played a really good tennis game on the NES yet.
15.
What's considered to be the best tennis game on the NES, do you know? I guess I just don't know how good it can get.
15, 30,
It kind of feels like a more complete version of Nintendo's tennis title. If that makes sense.
15, 40, break point.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like people. Wow, I don't know if I'd say it's that bad. It doesn't feel terrible, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I just don't know how good it can get on the NES for tennis games. I can't believe I got that.
15, love.
I wouldn't say it's great by any means. I guess I'm probably more in the it's okay category.
30, love.
Like, I want to say it's actually an improvement over the NES one. I don't know. I haven't played them side by side, though. Maybe there's things I'm forgetting about that one that made it better. In general, though, I feel like Nintendo's initial NES ports offering feel just a little primitive. NES was still pretty young, and it seemed like they were still figuring out how to do stuff technically.
Love. 15, love. 30,
Favorite is probably still ice hockey.
match point.
That was terrible.
15, 40, match point.
At worst, the game just feels a little bland, I guess. I guess the holding mechanic does feel a little janky sometimes. Sure. Let's keep focusing on these for now. What are these at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is almost maximum on these. All right, let's see how much this helps against Carly. So she's still... Oh, that makes this hard. If I still can't do crazy serves against her, let me try a power one. Man, why is Carly so good?
15, all.
If there's too much back and forth, it's still not really worth it to beat this. But let me try experimenting a little more. She's surprisingly good at making me run around the court.
30,
And good at hitting those serves that seem like they got later people. My goodness, this person, why is she so good? I swear even the normal tournament people weren't quite this good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this might not be worth it still.
30, 40,
I'm trying to see if I can figure out a good strat. But so far, it doesn't seem like I'm finding one.
deuce.
She's one of those ones that's really good at making you, go from side to side. But then that makes her mess up. So maybe that's just the play.
Advantage, server.
I guess I have been farming her boyfriend quite a bit, haven't I? Oh, there we go. That was a good one. Might just be a timing thing. That was kind of a nasty serve.
Out.
She's definitely better than Rich, I can tell you that much.
Love. 30,
Let's time how long this takes. I don't know when I started, though.
Out. Love 40. Break point.
For someone who doesn't talk to these people much, you seem to know a lot about them. I was not expecting that to hit. I gotta run the... She always makes you go the other way.
40.
Wonder if I should just count on it.
Out.
Well, she didn't there, I guess. I think I just hit that at the wrong part of the bounce. Wow.
Out.
It's weird how I can do that. It seems like I can do those right spins better than the left ones. I don't understand why. Oh, that was not in. Are you kidding me?
15. 30.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about how long these, when I'm serving, how long it's taking.
30. Call.
And when she does make it go over and I hit it, she's not good at getting it back. She's doing a hard shot on me, but she's setting herself up for failure. Oh man, I was not expecting that.
Deuce.
Dang it. I just don't know if this is worth it right now because of how much... how close these matches are still being.
Server.
Or, like, when she gets points, it slows me down, you know? Oh, dang it. I gotta still be ready to hit it. She doesn't always do it. The mess-up thing. I don't know if that's because I'm not quite hitting it right, but...
Advantage. Server.
Dang it. Guess I should splice it there.
Deuce.
Keep winning on one side and failing on the other. I don't know, man. This might not still be worth it. I feel like this is taking me to... I'm wasting a lot of time here. I barely got that through the net. That was kind of bogus. I was not expecting... Man!
Advantage. Receiver. Break point.
I think I maybe need to go lower. Let's try lower. Yeah, I think I might be going too high. Don't know if that'll still apply to this side, but let's try it. Oh my goodness, I'm not expecting these shots that
Receiver.
cross
Break
up like that.
point.
Wasting so much time. I don't know if this is worth it.
Out.
Let's try a power shot instead. Puts me in a easier volley, but I don't know if that's a good thing. Dang it, man, that one's so fast.
Advantage.
The dive shots, I don't know how they make the dive shots work. I can't figure that out. Ah, she won. Ah, just not sure. Like, that was so much wasted time. I just don't know if it's worth it yet to do this.
Love 15.
Barely.
Out.
That would have been nasty if it actually landed in. Like, I'm pretty sure I can beat her. I just don't know if it's worth the time at this point, you know?
Love 40. Break point.
That was not in. Excuse you, ref.
Love, 15. Out. 15, call.
Wish
30, 15.
I knew how to beat her on the left. Still don't 100% always get it on the right because sometimes she still gets it. Dang it, I gotta splice it. That might be where that might be a strength issue because my strength set is a little low. I can't believe I actually got that. I looked like I was so far away from it. Man, when they shoot it inwards, I can mess them up with that. That's like the easiest way for me to get a point. Well, you tried.
Love, 30.
It's definitely still easier for me as the receiver right now. I don't know if that's just the way she plays. Actually, if you remember, when last time I did, or on the timer I did beat this tournament, the second person was the hardest person. For me, for whatever, I didn't do that right at all. Oh, man, I was so far away. That was an evil little shot.
Break point.
Maybe it's time to start upgrading some of my speed stats. Speed and strengths. Whoops. Dang, I gotta splice when she dives, I think. The ball is just so low down. And holding forward is, or anything else, seems to be bad. Or lob. Dude, she actually got that? Oh, I can't believe I won that! That was insane! She dove for it and went past the line. I, like, rarely see them fail that kind of setup. Oh, man. Her receives are just brutal. It's like me. Huh. Maybe I'm trying too hard on that left serve. That might be the better play there. Oh, that's evil. Barely made it over, though, the net. Finally won a set. I knew that would go over. I was holding... I think I might have just cut myself off there. I was holding right when I shouldn't have. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I made it. I thought you would go the other way because that's what you usually do. Dude. She's tricky. Yeah, I wonder how much different tennis would be if you weren't allowed. Like if you hit the net and if you hit the net, it's your fault. I imagine that wouldn't work as well because there's probably a reason why it is the way it is, but it probably end up resulting in people just playing a lot more safe or something to avoid it.
30, 40, break point.
It was kind of similar in the bits of ping pong that I've played, which obviously isn't the same as tennis, but you can have similar net stuff happen in that too. Oh, I forgot. That's not how I want to do this. Ah, why is it so weak? Maybe it's just my low strength stat. I feel like this one's exposing a bit how much my other weaker stats are hurting the volley.
15, call.
See, there being cases where it's hard to tell if it hit the net.
30, 15.
With cameras, I imagine that wouldn't be too bad at this point.
15.
They're actually easier to deal with at a high level. Yeah, probably. Ooh, that was a crazy shot on my part. Plus, when you're playing tennis, it's not like you're playing a... It's just different than when you're playing a video game, you know?
Love, 15.
Boo. Man, her ability to just make me go to the other side of the field is way too good for how low my speed stats are right now.
15, 30.
I'm just not sure again if this is worth it. Just beating her
15, 40.
doesn't necessarily mean it's worth the time, you know? Ooh, that was terrible.
30, 40. Break point.
Yeah, I imagine the net's like, I don't know. I don't know if unpredictable enough is quite the right word, but... Oh. It seems like intentionally going for it just seems like too much of a risk. So much can go wrong. Yeah, there might be a... I need to try that more. Maybe I should try it on both sides. Let's try that. Because when I hit it, she hits it kind of right back to me, like on a very basic shot like this. She hits it back, and then I could go way inwards. Oh, I didn't go inwards enough. Oh, now she's got me running. Ah, tricky. She's so evil, man. It's like I just can't move fast enough. I have to guess and be correct. If I can get that kind of setup, though, that works.
30, 15.
No way. Sometimes I can't imagine that I'm surprised I can actually still recover from certain situations. It seems impossible, but it's not. Oh, corner of the table is the worst. Ah, like I'm getting a phone call, but I don't care about it. But it distracted me enough.
Call. 15, 30.
I was about to say, can't believe she hit that, but then
40.
she went out. That often happens. If you get a crazy shot that they still are able to hit, they often aren't able to actually still recover from it. It's just too much. Alright, this is almost done. I don't know how long this is taking me. I wasn't keeping track. Maybe not too bad still. I don't know. Getting a little better at her.
Out. 30, love.
Yeah, that's the way to set. I wonder if I can still set that up on the right side. Let me try that a little more. I tried it once and failed, but maybe I just didn't do it well. That is not what I wanted to do. That's what I need to get on that side of it. All right. More points for me. So this is, yeah, that's 10 now. All right, let's start working on other things. Time to lose to Lisa. This one, even if I can beat her, I want to lose. Because I want to grind this a little more. I almost, well, yeah, I probably should still. My character's starting to get pretty good. That maybe I could grind harder tournaments, but it's just probably not as fast. Like, because I got to think about it. I get a free 12 points from losing 3 rounds in a row intentionally to end the season. All right, I'm going to quickly get a LaCroix on this match. Oh.
15, love. 30, love. 40, love.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a very good idea. Just to get at least a screen grab of it. Just in case something goes wrong. Because it did crash that one time. Which hasn't happened since then, but... Wait, did I get here just in time? Lisa's Rich's aunt.
15,
It sounds like Rich has his hands all over the tournament. He was probably supposed to win this. They were all going to let him win, but then everything got ruined once I beat him the first match. He's like, I just got to beat my one opponent. He's some new kid that I've never seen before. Surely I can beat him. Well, he's not really, I'm not really the new kid anymore if I keep beating him at the start of every tournament, but...
love. 40, break point.
Anyone doing anything exciting for Christmas?
Love.
I'll just be spending time with the family, going up to Canada for some extended family. Taking an RV up, driving the whole way. It's actually kind of with an RV, a long drive is a lot more casual because you can, you know,
40, love.
use your gaming devices and laptops for a lot of the trip. Although it is a long trip, it's like 9 to 11 hours. I'll probably try to work on some of my video stuff. I got to make sure my laptop has everything it needs, but like the right videos and stuff like that. But it'd be nice. I still want to get a summary out next week.
Love. 15,
According to town rumors, Lisa paid for Rich's tennis tutors. Thought he was already rich. I mean, didn't even want to pay for that.
love. 30,
I have a pretty big immediate family.
40,
So we gave up on trying to have everyone give everyone gifts. So we do Secret Santa. Which is actually a lot nicer. It lets one person focus more on something for someone. Oops, I don't want to hit that.
15, love.
It was a half birthday gift.
30, love.
Only like, if you could forfeit, that would be so nice. Imagine how many points you could rack up just by forfeiting.
40, love. Set point.
Although at that point, they might have put a block in place knowing that people could just abuse it. No, I'm not sure you can't forfeit, but what would be the input?
Love. 15,
What if it's a Shinonigashima situation? I don't see a way to do it.
love. 30,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how you...
love. 40, break point.
I don't remember seeing it in the manual either, but it was a while ago since I looked at that. Dude, you know what's a nice thing about Wrecking Crew? I guess technically I'm cheating and using NES songs, but I can actually use the game's original soundtrack. So many of these old games for my summary videos, I can't use the original soundtrack because there's just not enough music. But Wrecking Crew actually has a handful of songs that'll work. Why does this show up for you guys on Suji's most recent message? Yeah, it's like that in my chat on the side too. Why is the first not there for Suji's message? His second to last message, but his last message does have it. Doesn't make any sense. Says you've been subscribed for 5 months? No way I've been what's not partnered? What's the word? Affiliate for 5 months. Desubscribed for a second. But has it really been that long? Wait, it says you're a founder and it's been 2 months. I thought it was only been like 3 or something. Has it been 5 already? Time flies. I still do not remember what app I'm using for this. Let me see if I can figure out. I just have a link. Stream Elements. I'm using Stream Elements, apparently, for this chat edition. I just give it like I give OBS a web page link, and it just figures it all out for me. I couldn't remember what I did. That's Stream Elements. That's another thing that I didn't put in my sheet, because I use Streamlabs for my alerts. I don't even know what Stream Elements is. Dude, it's all there probably is better guides out there, but I get so confused sometimes on how people actually set everything up. A lot of it was me just figuring things out. Or like, what's the best type of bitrate and encoding methods and all that stuff. I had one video that kept bugging out. It was my Wild Gunman summary video. There was a glitch on the screen during one part that Suji noticed. And I had to just change my encoding method and it fixed it. I might have even changed it to a worse... It was like auto, and I set like the lowest one or something stupid. Or like one of the worst. Or low performance. Ones that doesn't prioritize performance well. And it like fixed it. Yeah, I still don't totally get what bitrate even means. Like, how does it relate to your FPS and your resolution and all that? Ooh, excuse me if you heard that. I have my bitrate set to 6,000, which I think is a good number to set it to if you can. What do I say my... The higher is more demanding. All right, that's about what I know too. We're getting there, actually. I'm making good progress. I'm not caring about Miracle, but that's fine. Does it affect your FPS at all, or is FPS totally different? Oh, for some reason I thought they were related, but it's not. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll max out at least everything besides Miracle by the end of the stream. I might even get to be the point where I beat this tournament even by that point. It affects the quality. Like the, what do you call it? Like, does that affect whether or not I can stream in 1080p and whatnot? Or is that also unrelated? Oh my goodness. Why did it do that? I'm a little worried that that's also unrelated. Man. Because that's also a setting when I what do you call it? Render a video in DaVinci, I can set the bit rate. Like JPEGs. Wait, so does that mean if I'm compressing it when I put it into a video, and then when I'm in DaVinci and I have to render it again, am I just like running it through compression multiple times and potentially making it worse? Like, I wonder if there's a better way to do my VODs that doesn't require me to have to re-render everything. Because my VODs aren't anything fancy. They're just, splicing a few clips out here and there. But when you're streaming, you have to compress to get it into a video. I wonder if there's another app I can use for my VODs that's doing less.
40, love.
You can't do it higher than 2,000. Is it a computer thing or is it a network thing? Probably a network thing, I would imagine. I just wonder if there's a... Whoa, that was stupid of me. I forgot what I was doing. I thought I was serving.
15, love.
Your internet sucks.
15, call.
Yeah, that's always rough. I've got pretty good internet. It's been performing poorly with Wi-Fi devices for some reason, but
30,
with my PC being plugged into Ethernet, it performs really well. I don't know, something's weird. I bought a new box that should have been better than our 10-year-old box that modem. I bought a new modem that was like
break point.
supposedly the best one on the market. Should have been better than our 10-year-old modem or even older than 10-year-old, but it seems like it has problems. But maybe it's something else. Maybe it's our... Well, if it's just Wi-Fi, you would think it is the modem, right? And not the connection to the wall. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I should call him, have him come over here and look at it. But it doesn't affect my stream, so I'm not like I don't care as much to fix it. It's just annoying for my phone and Dr. Bob's laptop. Actually, he has a PC too that's not wired now.
40, love.
If he actually moved his PC into his room, he could wire it and the network would be a lot better, but it's not where he has it right now. Sometimes I've thought about moving a little further out of the city because I'm in a pretty big city. But I worry that would hurt my internet. It's the one thing that scares me about doing that. Streaming could become a lot harder if I move out
Love.
further.
30,
I guess you could always get, what, fiber optics installed? Isn't that kind of the best thing to do if you're out in the middle of nowhere? I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff.
40, set point.
It lasted longer than a single... single round. Or single hit. All I know is Rich cannot handle my serves now. Carly might still be able to, but Rich cannot. He just fails. It's actually so nice. It makes us go even faster.
30,
It's funny. Remember how much Rich was beating me at first? He is by far the easiest in this game. He's such a joke. But I guess that's what happens when your stats are all barely anything.
love. 15, love. 30,
Do you stream much, Turtle?
love.
Wee.
40, break point.
For speedrunning events. Do you speedrun? Sounds like it, I guess. What games? You stream on Discord. I've tried doing that some, but or at least to show whenever I show Dr. Bop and Suji stuff, but it's always a little rough in quality. Kirby for the most part. Yeah, I've used Steam actually as well. I actually played through the Dark Souls franchise. I played the first Dark Souls when I had COVID. And I wanted Suji and Dr. Bop wanted to watch, but I didn't really want to put it out on the web because I didn't want people to come into my COVID stream and then tell me how to play the game. So I used Steam so I could stream privately to Suji and Dr. Bop. So I did that for a bit, actually.
Left. 30 left.
I've never really gotten into speedrunning. The most I did one time was I did a quick run of Mario Odyssey after I was watching some speedrunners play to see how fast I could do it with only one run, though, so that's not really even practicing much. I just wanted to try out some of the tricks and stuff to go fast.
Left. 15.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of fun tricks and stuff. The hardest part for me was the, brutal mech. What was that thing called? I can't remember.
Left. 40.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun speedrun. I only did it once. I don't remember what it took me in the end. It was under 2 hours, I think, though.
Game set.
Rich has been defeated once again. All right. We're getting there. Carly again, man. Why didn't I ever see her before? Wait, no, this isn't Carly. Who is this?
15 left.
This is the person I think I fought before. I never totally done Minecraft speedruns other than
30 left.
I guess one time Dr. Bop and I raced to see he could beat it faster, and I rage quit because I died in the nether. I was doing better than he did, but then I quit, so he won by default because I gave up. I forfeited. You do quit if you die. I mean, it just ruins the whole thing. You're basically starting from scratch in a speedrun context of Minecraft.
Left. 15.
Rage quitting is the norm. You didn't win by skill. You won by me being bad and impatient. You might have beat me still at that point anyway, though. I was so far behind.
15.
The only reason, I still like newer Minecraft. Every time a new version comes out, Dr. Bop, Suji, and I play it, and we get all the achievements again because we're crazy.
15. 40. Break point.
Yeah, it's different, but I don't know. I still personally like it. You wanted to plug up a hole, but you just walked right into it.
30 left.
I will say in general, a lot of the mob vote ones that they put in haven't been the most interesting.
40
wouldn't say they detract from the game, though. Okay, this guy is... I don't know if this guy's way easier than Carly, or... Wait, is this a guy or is this a girl? Can't even tell. But yeah, generally I don't speedrun much. I don't know. I guess I did technically speedrun Hollow Knight under 3 hours to get the achievement back when it was 3 hours and not 5 hours. But that was to get an achievement.
Love, 40, break point.
Yeah, the mob vote thing is a little weird. Again, it's not like it, I don't care that much. I'm not that into it, but. Oh yeah, we were out playing Minecraft together. We were mining back from something in the Nether. I don't remember why. Oh, we had just beaten the Ender Dragon. Too bad that was not a video. It was so funny from my perspective. So I was in the front mining. I stopped for a second because I found a hole into the lava below, and Dr. Bob just kept running and run into the lava. It was so funny. I was like, wait, we gotta stop. And then he just kept going and fell right into the lava.
40, 15.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was still catching up, so he wasn't even moving with us. He just kept running. I think he thought it would be funny to pop up in front of me and didn't realize there was a hole right there. Yeah, it was just perfectly timed. And I just saw his body fly down into the lava. Dude, that was a tricky... Oh, I got it barely with a lob. I don't know if the lob curves more or not. Sometimes it seems like it does, but sometimes it seems like it's worse. I don't always get it.
Love, 40, set point.
Yeah, that's what we were concerned about, because we try to get all the advancements every time. Which, yes, we get. How did we get here every single time, getting every potion effect? Suji and I have gotten so good at it now, we have a machine we build. Dude, what's nice about this player is that they fail in the serves.
15, love.
Yeah, every single effect in the game, including getting the warden near our machine. That's always my job for some reason, is luring the warden out.
Love. Love.
Yeah, the all advancement speedrun Minecraft is pretty wild. That's definitely not something I would speedrun. Minecraft in general has a very different feel when it comes to speedrunning, because it's like, I don't know, you're in a randomly generated world. I guess you can do set seed speedruns too.
Love, 15.
So we play randomizers a lot. We mostly just have played Link to the Past randomizers. Which, if you don't know what that is, they randomize all the items but make it still logically possible to beat the game. In Link to the Past, and it's super fun. Link to the Past is an incredible game for randomizers, which is funny because they didn't design for that at all, but it works so well. So we do that all the time, and recently we've been getting into this thing called Archipelago, which lets you play different randomizers and have each other's items in your own games. So we've been learning some new randomizers for that.
15.
And the Minecraft randomizer is kind of interesting. It has a very different feel. Because rather than trying to, like, think about what sort of logic you need to progress, you're kind of just thinking, what's the fastest advancements I can get right now? The way the Minecraft randomizer works is they do lock certain recipes behind advancements, but your main goal is to get 40 advancements and beat the Ender Dragon. But based on where you spawn and what recipes you have, changes how you play. But it is a little bit more speed focused. So not quite a speed run, but it makes me think of it. Actually, people do speed run randomizers all the time too. I recently have been learning the Hollow Knight speedrun, which actually works pretty well. I use bench warping to make it faster, because otherwise the game would just take too long. I cannot believe this volley is still going. There we go. Finally. Fail. This opponent is way easier than the other one. Did I say speedrun? Yeah, I meant Hollow Knight randomizer.
15,
Who is this person, actually? Dave. He's also pretty easy. I think he's who I ran into the one time where I beat it with,
30,
when I beat it with, Evert. I think I ran into this guy.
40, love.
You still like Minecraft's, I mean, speedruns, randomizers that aren't logical like the Minecraft one? Yeah, they just have a very different feel. They do share a lot of similar DNA. So it's funny, well, I don't speedrun much, but I do randomizers quite a bit.
Love. 15,
I think randomizers are a ton of fun. What's wild to me about randomizers is that, with maybe some rare exceptions, it's completely not something that a developer intentionally makes, you know? It's just a consequence of the way the games are structured. Certain games are structured. Yeah, I think it's normal. It's not too weird to like one and not the other, but I do think they do share a lot of, at least like when you look at the people that play them, often there's a lot of overlap. All right, should I just go? What do you guys think? Should I just win now? I think I just win now. I think we're good. I think we go. Wait, what am I doing down here? I'm so confused. I'm in like a completely different part of the bracket. Wait. I'm so confused. Oh well, let's look at the password. I think I'm just gonna start going now. Yeah, they're a little less, they're not as like, you can put the pressure, you can put as much pressure on it as you want. A lot of people do still speed run, or like try to, there's a lot of randomizer races that happen, but you don't have to play it that way, you know? You could play it casually if you want. So kind of cool, the Axiom Verge game, if you've heard of it, he ended up putting in a fan randomizer into the official game, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, so this person doesn't fall for the serves.
30, 15,
Dang it, I wasn't trying to, man, I'm starting to do worse.
call.
That Sammy is Dave's father. I've played against him before, actually. I don't quite remember when it was or how easy he was, though.
40, 30,
I was kind of thinking, though, even though I say that's not really how devs design the games. In a way, certain roguelites are kind of like that, I suppose, in their random generation. I don't know how much of a lot of those aren't really logic-based, necessarily. It's just the terrain is randomly generated, not the logic. There's probably some that are more than others, though. I just haven't played enough. Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
15, call.
This guy's actually kind of hard. I remember, no, wait, maybe it wasn't that the final one was easier. I think I was thinking of the second tournament I did as Evert. I think the last person was tough, actually. I think it was this guy.
15, 40, break point.
Man, dude, this guy hit some crazy shots.
Break point.
I love it when they serve at the center. Those are the easiest for me to get in the corner. I wonder if I can get that on a regular basis. Just this normal, keep them to the right. Oh, that was way too much to the right. I'm starting to notice my power difference. I feel like I'm going further. Or it's like I'm getting way more over the net than I used to. Yeah, I want to try to... Let me try playing like that. See if I can do that on both sides. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I am even... I guess I do. I already have passed him, haven't I? Dang it. Do I want to be on...
40, 15.
I'm just now thinking about something with the way this game works. Bummer. Like, how does it decide which way you swing? Because you could swing like this. Well, no. Or like this. I don't... Yeah, is it how close I am? Huh. I hadn't thought about that too much. Dang it. I went too far. I'm not sure how you actually control which type of swing you do. I'll say that was a nasty shot, but he messed it up. Let me try. I seem to remember. I just remember now, though. I think I could do this play where they dive and then it. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I should have spliced. Dang it. I was trying to go left, or I mean right. Dude, I don't know how to recover when they go that far off. I just can't. I guess I need to run more to the right. There we go. That's what I was trying to do earlier. I think I just do it too late. No, too early. I need to go later. Ah, that's a bummer. I do remember this battle actually being kind of tough with Evert. Dude, I cannot see those guys in the audience as anything else but a bunch of babies now. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do oftentimes, but it's kind of hard to get that angle. And then on the right side, if I time it right, he dives and just fails. But sometimes it just doesn't work. Oh, he just missed. It's a bunch of baby rages. It's hard to turn around. That's the problem about being fast, is you can quickly move away from where you need to be. That's the one they're bad at.
15, call.
Whoa! Dang it. See, that's the problem if I go too much to the right. They end up,
30, call.
I end up not making it over the net. Dang, man.
40, 30.
You really like speedrunning, but it takes a bunch of time and effort? Yeah. That could be it, too. If I just, maybe I'd get more into it if I just ever put the time into getting really good at one. Deuce again. Here we are. Thank you. It's so funny that it's like, I mean, I can get better, but it's partly luck at this point because there's one serve I'm way better at. And he just did it twice in a row, so I won. I'm still winning every match, but there's a lot more close calls than I would like. Man, I still couldn't get it over. I guess I should have lobbed. It's hard to sometimes tell how high up the ball actually is. Man, even with my strength, I'm still struggling to get over the net sometimes. You also made the mistake of trying to speedrun a pinball game, which is part. Oh my goodness. Speedrunning a pinball game, huh? I don't know if I could do that. Ah, man. This guy just has some tricky plays. I'm probably gonna lose my first match here. I'm not getting that dive serve victory on the right here. Maybe I should just play something more safe. Holy moly, they go so far. Ah, it's over. Dang. Kirby's Pinball Land. Is that the Game Boy one? I think I've played that when on the Wii U or 3DS when the eShops are closing. Oh my goodness, this guy is so hard. What the heck? Ugh. I do remember this guy being kind of tough. Dang it. Out.
30, 15.
I didn't play it too much. I don't remember a ton of details. Whew.
30, all.
I remember, I'm kind of getting it confused in my brain with Revenge of the Gator. I know they're both HAL Laboratory, that's probably why. The Kirby one, is that the one where you build up to the top and there's a boss at the top? And there's like 3 stages and 3 different bosses you can try to beat? Yep, okay. I can't believe that actually got him. Look at that.
15, love.
Oh my goodness. When they do the dive, it goes really fast, and it's really hard to read where it's going to end up. Whew.
30, 15.
I gotta get better. I think I just keep going too late. That's why I keep not getting that one. Then this one, I just need to do forward serve. They stick to the left. Oh no, that didn't work as well that time. All right. First set down. Was this the one that I was doing the slow cheese for, or was that the second person? I don't remember. When I was first playing and I was just lobbing like over and over again and it was really slow. I think that was just the second person. Back when my character was trash. It didn't take too long to grind him out. 2 hours isn't terrible. I mean, in the grand scheme of how long some of these, or short some of these games are, it is, but... Speedrun 4 is so legendary. Speedrunners avoid it with the plague. Or like the plague. What's so terrible about it? Is there just a lot of RNG or something? Or is it just really hard to do quickly? Whoops. Ah.
Love, 15.
Wasn't late enough. Oh, I barely got that. You gotta, sometimes it doesn't look like you're gonna make it, but you gotta go for it anyway, because often you do. Man, sometimes I get him to return that serve in a way that it's really easy to go to the right. Then sometimes, it's when if he keeps it to the left, it's hard. But if he goes back to the right, it's easy. Maybe I should, dang it. Maybe I should try,
30, all.
sticking to the right, maybe? Dang it. sheesh, I can't believe he got that, man.
30, 40, break point.
My goodness, man. Won a game. Ugh.
Love, 15.
Boo-ba-doo. Oh, man. Bummer. My placing was just too bad to recover from that.
Out. 15, 30.
Oh, man. Those corner... Some of these players are just so good at hitting these brutal corner shots. I mean, I guess that's what I'm doing there to him, too.
30, 40.
But when these CPUs are so... I don't even think I'm as consistent as they are. I didn't... I'm surprised that worked. Okay, that was good. If I can replicate that.
15.
So when I get him to hit it back kind of in the center, and then he just stays in the center. Nice.
30.
I mean, it really, when it comes down to it, a lot of it is just positioning. But it's just not easy to get the positioning exactly right, especially when the, you know, the ball moves quickly or,
40.
you're not sure where it's going to end up. Wow, that was terrible. I feel like I'm not consistently getting him to do that dive thing. And then when he does, sometimes he makes it. So maybe I should just try the same strat on both sides. Ah, man. I've seen it count as in on the same spot before, I swear.
30.
Dang it. That is not what I meant to do. Did that work? It did. Okay. I went way too much to the right. I didn't even think I would hit it there. I was surprised that I did. Sometimes he dives and the ball just like disappears. I don't know if it's bouncing into the audience or what. Definitely still better at receiving. That's just the general pattern I found in this game.
15, 40, break point.
This is one of those games where, dang. The ratio to how long I played it versus how long the summary video is probably going to be a pretty big difference. There's just not actually that much to talk about, you know? It's just taking a while. Star Children? Are you talking about the people in the audience? Dang it. I still think they just look like babies. But I guess I kind of see what you're saying. No!
Love, 30.
Like, I imagine even... Well, I don't know. Yeah, the Famicom Wars one will probably still be longer than this one. Because in that video, I still kind of want to talk about probably every mission and the general strategies I went for in each of them. But I won't spend probably too long on each level. But this one, you know, I'm not going to talk about every tennis game. Probably just talk about how it went at first, me switching to Evert, us figuring out the win condition, then me grinding this character out and beating it. Yeah, there's a lot more variety in each individual levels in that one. And this, there's just not much to talk about from tournament to tournament other than, well, I beat this person, I lost this person, I beat this person. The net messed him up. Almost done. Almost about where I'm actually at with Evert. Evert had beaten one person in the Australian tournament, and that's as far as I got with her. Dang it, I missed it. Which took me 2 hours. I don't know if I'd word it that way. That was not the swing I went for, but it messed him up. That was a weird hit. Ah, we were actually falling for quite a bit. Whenever they do the dive and they make it, I'm unfortunately just kind of toast. I'm not good at returning. They're dive ones. And I'm not sure what I need to do to prevent that. Ah, it was just too low of a bounce and too much to the other side. The low bounces are almost just as bad sometimes because you got to run up to the closer to the net. Guy does not want me winning. Ah, bummer. Well, I lost a game. That was when he was receiving too. Or I mean, I was receiving. Somehow I just did way worse that game. Let me try getting better at doing that on the right side too. So that could be a really good way to be consistent on both sides. Yeah, like that. Still made it. Why did he do that, dude? I thought for sure that I wasn't going to make it, and then he just pulled that awful shot out. Oh, that was really funny looking. He did it again. That was the same thing he did on the other side. Darn it.
30, 15.
Man, I'm trying to hit it to the left, but it's just hard. I'm not trying to do this.
30, all.
No, man, they keep getting... Calls are ending up the same way.
40, break
Which means it's
point.
maybe not as good of a strat. Dude, are they going to win another one? I just can't finish this guy off. Phew. Well, at least I got into a deuce. There we go. Maybe there's better to go on the inside. Dang it. So it's like when I get that, it's really good. But then when I don't get it, it's really bad. Because when they do the dive hits, it's really hard for me to recover from those. But if they do the dive hit and it goes off, then obviously it's a good thing. Oh, like that. Man, that's crazy. I wasn't even trying to hit like that. Did I hit the wrong button? I might have. I did again. That should be good. Sometimes with the way they position themselves, you can just tell when you've got it. Dude, I'm trying to hit it to the left. It's just not working. Are you kidding me? Maybe I should have jumped. I hate these ones where I just, like, can't finish them off. It's taking forever. Whew. The ball's like over his head when it was on the ground. If I'd gone left there, he would have been toast because he was like way on the ground. There we go. Finally. All right. Now you guys ready to grind some losses to get out of this cursed first season? See, I'm pushing B right now and it doesn't do anything. Wait, am I going to lose these 3 points then? That kind of stinks. The World Tour. All right. We just lose here. No reason to win. Still want to grab this screen, though, after beating that guy. Hang on. That's weird here. Okay, we're good. Well, does that have the... That was weird. It had, like, the male-female, or male or female, I don't remember which one it was, symbol as part of its passcode. Why am I playing this?
15, love.
Whoops, sorry. I was supposed to throw the game.
15, call.
That was an accident. I I was just getting too into the moment.
15, 30.
This is the best part of the whole run. It'd be funny if anyone speedran this category. I wonder if they'd realize you had to do this? Maybe that's why. No one just knows. No one knows how it even works. I'm still a little concerned. I felt like that was not too much. Oops. I feel like that wasn't too much easier than as the other players. Or as Evert. Oh. I'm concerned. Yeah, we're gonna hit a lot of game not many people care about. Like, when I was playing, like I said before, even
30, love.
total Nintendo published ones, some puzzle games on the DSi and stuff, like, there weren't guides anywhere. I had to figure them all out on my own.
40, love.
Not that I think this game is that good, but sometimes people miss out on decent games still just because they're not as well known. This is not one I would really recommend, though. That being said.
Love. 30.
Sports games in general, I'm not a big fan of, but I feel like, I don't know, there was a certain point where they were starting to get a little better, I feel like.
Love. 40. Break point.
Next is Pinball, Revenge of the Gator. I have played that one. I don't remember too much about it, though. Does that one have a good win condition?
Love.
Not the one where, like, the ball goes down the bottom and there's a gator, like, and you have to jump out of it or something.
30.
I'd probably still do the similar thing I did for Pinball on the NES, where I wanted to, like, see all the major mechanics at least still, you know?
40. Love.
Yeah, you have to, like, time something right to jump out of the gator. Again, I could be getting confused with the Kirby one, though. Doesn't that have a timing thing at the bottom? The end of the gutter, a way to get back out?
Love. 15.
Who's in this tournament? I didn't actually see. Is Lendl and Evert here?
Love.
I guess we won't see because I'll fail. Pinball Land was heavily based on Revenge of the Gator. Yeah, that's what I kind of remembered.
Point.
Both HAL Laboratory. You know, it's kind of funny. It's around the time when they said they were like... I think I'm getting kind of around the time where HAL Laboratory was struggling before they made Kirby. So it almost makes you wonder if they're like, well, let's just do kind of what we did with Pinball, but put Kirby on it. Maybe it'll sell better. I don't know if it did, though. I didn't play that at all growing up. Revenge of the Gator was that one of the ones that... So it did sell pretty well? Okay. Revenge of the Gator... Was that one of the ones that Nintendo actually only published in the West? Like, did HAL Laboratory self-publish in Japan? If only this wasn't so tedious, waiting for these games. Wish I could forfeit.
15.
15. Dun-dun. Wee wee. Oh, even though it was only in Europe, even too.
40.
When did Nintendo of Europe get established? We've said this before. It's like early 90s, right? Might look into that some for the video, because, like, it's kind of interesting how Nintendo of America was founded by, or not founded, but, like, led by, what's his name, son? 1990. It was in Germany. I didn't know that. We're close to that point, then. Because we're, like, what, 89 right now? Or am I getting confused again with my summary video dates? Yeah, we're in 89. So we're close to the founding of Nintendo of Europe. Oh, my time is way off for top player tennis on the sheet.
15.
It was nice to get ahead in VODs, but I'm going to end up using them here on Christmas break. Let's think.
30.
I'll get through... How many days did I play Earthbound? That was 3. So that's 3 for Earthbound Beginnings. Probably 2 for Cobra Triangle.
40. Break.
Catcher's Tennis. Yeah, that'll be next week. So then I just have Zelda, Crazy Castle, and this. This will be a few videos. I'll have played something else probably by the time I'm done. Yeah, we are. That's what I heard too. We're coming back on Wednesday, so I'm missing at least 3 days, but like, I don't know. After all the holiday stuff, we'll see if I'm feeling up to it on Thursday. I don't want to promise it. It's a little up in the air.
40. Love.
So we're gonna be doing. That's gonna be right after, another one of our 11-hour drives or 10-hour drives or whatever. And I may just be wanting to take a break day or something. I'm tempted to just take the rest of the week off, just not stream it all next week. Take a Christmas break.
Love. 30.
It's only 6 hours? Huh? I thought it took 9 hours just to get to Canada. Am I crazy?
Love. 40. Break point.
And then like a couple more once we got in Canada. We'll see. Either way, I just after all the activities, I might still just be tired, so we'll see how I'm feeling. But don't be surprised if you don't see me at all next week, I guess. But Canada is any Pinball Land historian's best friend? Why? Does it have actually a part of... Is it tied to its history? I'm actually a dual citizen of the US and Canada. Not that I do much with my Canadian citizenship, but... Oh, I'm wasting these lost points. I didn't even think about this. Bummer. Oh, well. Wait, Mike? That's the guy from the end of the... No, wait. That was Sam. Never mind. I think I just fought Mike before the other day. Oh, I didn't look at who was in the tournament again. I keep forgetting. What same thing that happened to you?
Love 30.
Oh, I skipped the London tournament.
Love 40. Break point.
Requires you to list the people that worked on a product. Is that true for everything? Like a toaster? Where do you list that? It's on a website somewhere?
Love.
Even that's a little... What about, like, applications? Do they have to list everyone that works on Microsoft Word? Interesting.
40. Love.
I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Love 15.
It's like for movies and video games, it's like seen as a bad thing if you don't list people in the credits at the end. But yet, think of how many other things you get that people work blood, sweat, and tears on that you have no idea what their name is. Every piece of food you buy,
Love.
every refrigerator, every piece of furniture. It's just interesting to me. Not saying we shouldn't care about who makes things, but we get really adamant about works of fiction, but nothing else.
15. Love.
Despite the fact that some of the people that are listed on fiction are probably putting in just the same kind of work as someone working on the software on someone's refrigerator.
30. Love.
A lot of it's probably actually really similar work. It's kind of the way culture is, I guess. It's the way it's developed.
Love.
Seeing everyone for like a play, like you think of, I don't know, probably even comes back to like plays and stuff and how you'd see the whole cast and I don't know. You know, where's my credit on my company's project or product that I helped develop? I'm sure my QA testing was similar to what they do for video games. Actually, probably not exactly the same. Probably some overlap, though. Video game testing actually seems really hard because there's just, like, a lot more possibilities even than a typical software product.
40. Break point.
Yeah, film, they wouldn't show everyone. They would just show, like, the big actors. I imagine the director and stuff would get their name on it. Maybe not. I don't know.
15. Love.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I've like thought testing video games would be a fun job, but I feel like that would also get really tedious.
30. Love.
Like if you did it professional, like if that's all you did,
40. Love. Set point.
especially if you worked for a company that made bland games, I guess. But I could also see it being fun finding crazy glitches and stuff like that. I just wonder how thorough they have to be.
Love.
You know, try walking around this building 60 times every time they update the code and see what happens when you trigger this cutscene or... Yeah.
30.
The tedious part is reporting it. Interesting. Well, you got a whole form you have to fill out or something.
Love 40. Break point.
Probably depends on what type of testing you're doing too, because there's probably some testing that's like exploratory, where you just put someone in front of a video game and you say play it and try to do whatever you want and see if you can break it. Where some testing is probably a lot more tedious, but maybe even doable by machines, which is like,
15,
let's make sure these mechanics are always working the way they're intended. But a lot of that can probably be automated.
30, love,
Oh, a video. Interesting.
40, love,
Because the testing I did as a QA wasn't really a exploratory testing position. We ran events where people did exploratory testing, but we more developed testing. We had like a whole testing suite we developed to test our products. So it would send commands to the machine and make sure the right type of output would be displayed when you send in certain combinations of inputs, stuff like that. A lot more technical. And I imagine some of that is done for video games. I can't imagine it's all exploratory. At least not with big companies that have a lot of
40, break point,
teams and stuff. Maybe for an independent developer, that's more how it ends up playing out. Probably not. You don't think they have automated stuff?
15, love,
As someone who's been in software, I would think they would. So you can do automated testing for anything that's software related. Maybe not anything, but a lot.
love,
There's a lot of technical things you can verify just by doing things in an automated fashion. I think this is the last tournament I have to lose because I skipped the London tournament. So we're about to finally be close to where Evert was. It only took us, a whole nother stream.
love, 30,
It's not quite the same, but I think even Suji... So I worked on an RPG Maker game for a while, and then Suji reprogrammed it in C++. And I could still use the same editor. But I think he did a whole bunch of automated testing on it, or has a whole bunch of automated testing in place. A bunch of unit tests, I think. I don't know, I don't actually work on the code base that much. He's the one that made it.
15, love, 30, love,
He did it for a long time, and a lot of the code is still untested. Is that why last time I replayed my game, I had a bunch of crashes everywhere?
point,
Although I think a lot of those were related. Alright, I think that's the last one. Time to play the game again.
game,
And this is where passwords are going to matter. I went back to Asmic. Suji, why did I go back to Asmic? You didn't say this would happen. Maybe I do gotta win that first tournament. Uh-oh. Dang it, that was some time wasted then. I think we got that password down. I lost twice as Evert before, but I also lost to the London tournament and the US tournament, which I didn't do in this one. And Suji, I think, said he tried exactly what I just did. Oh, like was it related to my overall ranking from the previous tournament? I could see that. Well, shoot, I probably have to win at least one of these then. Maybe even two. Maybe it depends on my placement. Unfortunately, the only way to test is to lose to tournaments twice in a row again. Oh, that's annoying. Dude, this might have been the wrong choice. We didn't know about this variable. Now I'm tempted to go back to Evert, but after all this work, is it even worth it? I have the star player set up, but now I have to win more tournaments. That sucks. Maybe if I can get to be top in the season, it'll be good enough. I don't know if I will be able to, though. By just winning this tournament or not. Wait, is it possible that every time I play in the Asmic tournaments, it's actually continuing this? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I guess I'll at least have the wins to upgrade my miracle after this. What? Huh? Bro, don't tell me you gave me a phony password. This looks correct. Hang on, if you guys want to, like, see this. It looks right. And the 0 has the line through it, so there's no zeros. What? Dude, I'm so upset right now. Did I lose this run? Is this character dead? I'm so confused right now. The password before that was... I never, like, got a good one before that. I'd have to do the whole tournament. I had to beat the person again. This is what the tournament I gave... This was the password right after I beat the tournament. Oh, this... Man, this game is making me mad. Why would you give me a phony password? Like, that's actually pretty terrible. Oh, this game is destroying my soul. So I could refight last guy again, but if I get given the same password, that's not great. Might end up beating Famicom Wars at this rate? Jeez, I know. I hope not, though. This one's a little bit hokey, because I'm trying to maintain as much as I can. Hopefully that's not a problem. Man, it took me forever to beat that guy, too. Password error. Wait, there is a mistake? Where? Oh. Yeah, you're right. Password error. My password is just cursed, I guess. I guess if you upgrade your character too much, you break the game. Yeah, I might just have to go back to Chris. This character's, or this password just isn't working. There's one other possibility that I want to try. I'll be right back. This probably won't work, but I'm just trying it just in case. I mean, I could also just play the rest of today as Evert and see if I notice any progress. Watch as that password doesn't work either now. No! I'm just gonna try switching back to Evert. Gotta figure out what that is, though. Give me a second. And just hope I can... Hope it's not too bad. Kind of annoying that all of today was wasted, but... Gives me something to complain about. Well, I'm worried that the password it spit out was wrong. It's possible that due to some weird thing on my EverDrive's memory, it misunderstood what a certain address was. Like, I'm not 100% convinced. It's not,
15, love.
something with my setup. Yeah. This is the password without the custom character, though. So she's not going to be as good as my custom character was, unfortunately.
30, 15. Out. 40, 15.
Also, like I said, I'm not gonna... It's definitely gonna... It would definitely hurt the score of the game. But, oh, dang it.
15, love.
If it, like, I don't know. That could be a pretty obscure thing that I just got really unlucky with. Dang it.
30, love.
I should split, not held forward. I don't remember what the forward shot is called.
Love.
Whew.
Out. 40, 15.
Maybe I should have just stuck with Evert from the beginning of today. I'd be done with this game. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I still got a while to go. I got 4 tournaments still to win. No. This person's not being as tricky as I was expecting them to be. It's weird, that worked before, but now I can't get it to work again. Aw, man. Bummer.
Love. 15.
Are you kidding me? That was in play still? I can't believe it.
Love. 30.
Man.
Out. Love. 40. Break point.
I did so good that first game, and now I can't replicate it at all.
Out. 15, 40. Break point.
Man, alive. My soul is too crushed right now. Losing all of today's progress on a password bug.
Love. 15.
Wow, I actually went too much to the left for once.
15. Call. 15. 30.
That was barely in play. Man, it's so hard to aim when you've got to run out of edge shot like that. Only they just serve like that every time.
40. Break point.
You gotta be kidding me. Like, what do I do in that scenario? Is there anything I can do? I'm not even sure. Other than just predict it, but...
Out. Advantage. Receiver. Break. Point.
There it is again, man. It's so hard.
Deuce.
Only they just keep serving like that, then I have it.
Break. Point.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Deuce.
Ah.
Advantage. Server.
I'm worried that my strat just isn't good enough for these later people. And if I have to get better at getting close to the net. Ah, there we go. Another game lost. This person beat me last time, too. They're not easy. It's weird as how easy that first game was, but then they pretty quickly, like, figured me out.
Out.
Kind of annoying.
15.
The same tricks, like, weren't working on them twice in a row.
15. Call. Fifteen. 30. Out. 30. Call.
Doo-doo-doo. What? How did that even hit? See, there's just something weird about the diving mechanic that I don't understand. And maybe that's what I need to get good, is to figure out how to dive properly. Oh, gosh.
15. Love.
My goodness.
Out.
Dude, that guy's head was, like, actually looking up. I'm a little surprised they had that. Unless I just missaw it. Dang it.
Out.
It has to do with the way holding the ball down works. The weird looking shot there. I've seen him do stuff like that before.
Forty. 15.
Doo-doo-doo. Phew.
Out. 30.
Finally, one of those.
Deuce.
I can't believe you hit that. Ah.
Advantage. Server.
The ranking system doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I have not bothered to try to figure that one out.
Deuce.
I'm hoping this person's just hard and the person afterwards is going to be easier. That's happened before. Ooh.
Out. Advantage. Receiver. Break. Point.
Oh, you're talking about the ranking. If the ranking's not exactly the same, it's not the end of the world. I also may just not bother with it, though, at this point. I just use Chris. Did I win? Brought it back up to a tie.
15, love.
15, love.
Out. 30, love.
Dang it, man. When they hit the net, you have to change your
15,
plan so suddenly, and it's just, you don't always have enough time.
out. 40, 15.
Okay, that actually strat there is still valid, so maybe I try that on left serves. We're working on this. Wait, this isn't the same guy as the one I was just fighting at the end of the Asmic Open, is it?
Love. 15.
Okay, things are turning around a bit with this one.
Love. 40. Break point.
That was not a good. Man, it's those dives.
15.
It's
40.
like makes me wonder if I should try to figure out if I can exploit the dives in a way that'll make it easier for me. Too much over. An evil shot. Yeah, he does look up sometimes. It's kind of funny.
30. 40. Break point.
Thank you. All right, I've taken the lead. One more game, and I have won the first set, which is better than I did yesterday. Forgot how to start this one. Man, it's so hard.
Love. 15.
That's the only problem about serving that way, is that when they don't mess up,
30.
it's brutal. I don't know if it's worth it. I want to try to set it up that way, but with the other side. I just for some reason, haven't been as good at it. So we go in, we hold up, serve, go there. See, he didn't go over to the side as much. Oh my goodness. Do I dive there?
15. 40. Break point.
No, if he wins, then we have to win by 2, and it's more annoying. I didn't do that right.
30. 40. Break point.
Oh. Yes, no, yes, okay.
Deuce.
Made it to deuce. Okay, that seems pretty consistent. I wonder why I can't get that on this side.
Set point.
It's weird to me that the side of the court just, your serves behave differently. So that was maybe the same there. Ah, nice hit.
Deuce.
Here I am complimenting the CPU. Oh, phew. I was like, that's going to be so hard. Oh, yeah, that's out.
Point.
Got a password, but the ranking is too high. Which means I may be cheesing, not having to lose as much. I'm going to keep this run going for now.
Love. 15. Out. Love. 30.
I mean, if the game sent me a wrong password, I think I can fudge the rules a little bit. Ugh. Feels a little evil, but at the same time, the game did break on me like that. I genuinely don't think most people would judge me for it. I cannot believe I won that, or got that. That was really lame. As far as asking me how good it is, you've asked at a very unfortunate time where a password literally did not work. 2 passwords. I showed them on the screen, and I was definitely entering them in 100% correct. So right now, my thought is no, this game is not very good. It's made by Asmic. As far as a tennis game goes, it's not the worst, but I'm just running into a lot of problems.
40, 15.
I don't know. Again, I wouldn't go as far as to say the game barely works. I think running into one problem with the password system is not enough to say the game is completely busted, but it's pretty infuriating nonetheless. The actual tennis itself is fine, but you have to play a lot to actually beat the game, as you can see by my 10-hour timer.
15. Love.
It only crashed once at the beginning, and that I'm almost more confident was an EverDrive/NES thing, because we haven't seen it again. That one I'm not sure was the game's fault. And it happened at kind of a random moment, too, so it felt like more of a outside, influence.
15.
Because we saw that once at the beginning and haven't seen it since. I've played modern games that crashed more than this.
40, 30.
It was a cosmic ray. Flipped that one bit. Yep, exactly. Probably flipped a bit of my password, too. That made it break.
Advantage, receiver, break, point.
Can't believe you got that. Oh my goodness, man. Whew! I recovered from a lot of brutal plays that time. What's next? I think it's Pinball Revenge of the Gator.
Out. 30, love.
A Game Boy game made by HAL Laboratories. A pinball Game Boy game.
40, love.
How do I serve here? I'll try getting that one. Alright, I'm actually doing good now. Maybe Chris Evert is the way to go. So basically, yesterday I played this game with a preset character, and I made it pretty far with her, but it was starting to get tough. So today, I switched to playing a custom character, which starts out like garbage, but you can make them better than the pre-built characters. But after building that character, something happened that I didn't realize worked the way the tournaments did, and I had to win a little bit more than I was. Dang. So I reset the game, and when I try to load in my password with my super character, it just broke. So now I'm playing back as the pre-built character, who's pretty far in the... Oh, that was evil. That was pretty far into the game, but it's a bit of an uphill battle. She is good enough to win. The question is, am I good enough to win with her? Dang. Yeah, I'm in Australia. I've won one game in Australia, and I've got 2 more to go. And then I have 3 more tournaments still to win. Dang it, man. Stupid netball.
Love, 15. Out. 15, call.
You have to win 4 tournaments. Oh, I almost got back on.
15, 30.
But you have to first get to a qualifier to get in the tournaments.
Out. 30, call.
And because of that qualifier, you cannot win all 4 in the first season. So I'm at the start of season 2 now.
30.
I intentionally lost a few so I could just get to the new season. That's what I was doing with the custom character, but I did so bad in that season that it booted me to the back to the qualifier. So I had to win it like at least 1 tournament or something with the custom character. I mean, I could just do that anyway, win 1 tournament with the custom character, then lose twice in a row with the cheated character, but that, I don't know. I don't totally like that. Come on. Whenever they dive, it's just like I'm toast. Unless they dive and mess up. That is currently my kryptonite. Is returning it after they dive, because it goes so fast. Do the core types actually feature different physics? I didn't know that.
15, 30.
Wait, you can't use the password you made? Why not? Or are you just saying it's not completely like my old character? Because I could still use it anyway. And just cheat it. I didn't actually know that. Interesting. There are things about the way this game's work that are not bad. I don't hate the game, despite my frustrations with the bugs I've had. Yeah, but I could still force myself to win a tournament and then... Oh, this is the guy that beat... Lendl. Oh, I should see the... Oh, gosh. I should see the, password here. Please don't be a broken password game. Ugh. But if it's not completely cheating, it's only kind of cheating, and it's the game that cheated me first.
15.
By making me lose my password. It's the price the game has to pay. It's not like that password isn't legit. I'm not using save states. Gosh. Okay, this guy doesn't actually seem quite as good. I don't know how this guy beat Lendl. It's a close enough password. I wasn't expecting to go back that way. I'm just getting even with the game, that's all. Yeah, exactly. Dude, he can't handle the right serves. I can't get him to do that on the left side, but I can consistently get him to do it on the right. It is funny how the last match is not necessarily the best player. It's just like randomly giving you players, I think, for each round. Like, this guy's way easier than the person I just went off against. I can tell. Or it could just be that my play style works better for certain types of opponents. 30. If that happens, oh my gosh. I start using save states or something just to beat it. And get back to where I was. The game is that broken. Maybe I should have kept the original cartridge in there, though. Suji, one thing... Actually, what you could do, Suji, is find my password halfway through and see if that one works. Load it in your game and do the cheats.
15.
And see if it puts you at a similar rank. I need a... Okay, those close-up, or the slow serves on the left don't work. They work on this side, though. It's funny how the right side is easier than the left.
30. Call.
Whoa. Phew.
40. 30.
And it's a serve on the left, which is easy W. You get to win so much tennis to beat this game. It's kind of crazy how many rounds you have to play.
Love. 15.
Dang it.
15. Call.
Is there a reason why you couldn't do streaming services without it being TV only? I guess you wouldn't be able to use them on the go, but...
30. 15.
Woo! Aha, try getting that one.
30. Call.
So many TVs nowadays have those channels built into them anyway.
30. 40. Break point.
There probably would be an audience, or like some people would be into that though, I imagine. I don't really use my gaming devices for... Oh, wait, what do you mean by streaming services? I might have misunderstood. Do you mean streaming games? No, the Switch, if he's talking about streaming games, that's not the same thing.
15. Call.
Should build a TV with their own built-in Switch. They did that with the NES, didn't they? Wasn't there a TV with the built-in NES? NES online games are not always streamed.
40. 15.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you can play them offline. Yeah, you're talking about Netflix. That's what I thought. I mean, there's been apps on previous Nintendo devices like that. Like, you know, Twitch was on the Switch for a while, I think. And YouTube and stuff like that. I don't think that's quite what... I don't think you're quite understanding either, Magic Joynard. He's just talking about something that lets you run Netflix through your Switch. Something like that. Hulu's on the Switch too? Yeah, so they do some of it already on the Switch. I personally don't use my gaming devices for streaming very much, so I wouldn't really care, but I could see the appeal. Dude, the Kirby anime, I think was my very first anime as a kid. I watched that show so much. The episode with the dog made me cry like a baby.
30. 40. Set point.
Yeah, 100 episodes. That's good size for an anime. It's not, you know, crazy long shonen number of episodes, but no, I'd say 100 episodes is lasting a while. No! I never watched Pokemon as a kid. Never got into it. What the heck? Dude, maybe my ROM is bogus.
Advantage. Receiver. Set point.
He actually got that. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy run. All right, I won the first set. Easy, easy. Maybe Evert is just the one to do it, and I wasted my time today playing other, or going back to the custom character. I'm just worried if I ever get to Lendl again. He destroyed me before. Whew.
15, love.
That makes me wonder if there's something bogus with my ROM. And if there is, that makes me worried about... That makes me think the password maybe wasn't my fault. Or not my fault, but maybe was an issue with my ROM still. A 0 out of 10 ROM. It's hard to say at this point. This is why I would love to actually plot my original games in, but it's just so hard to make the NES work properly with them, as we saw earlier, how long that took me to get it even started. Maybe I should just do that, though.
Love. 15.
Consistently be made fun of? Man, I mean, I liked it as a kid, but to be fair, I was a kid. But also, it was kind of made for kids, so maybe that's fine. Dang it.
Out. 15, all.
My favorite episode was the two-parter with the meteorite. I don't know if anyone else has even seen it besides me here. Well, I guess, and Dr. Bob. We both watched it. Oh, as kids.
15, 40, break point.
Ugh. Whew. Why do characters not have a face? Probably because it's just an NES game and we're kind of far away. I mean, if you can see, their face is made up of only 2 pixels on top, 4 in the middle, 2 in the bottom.
30.
I think any pixels you spend on eyes at that point already wouldn't work. However, I did comment on how much the referee kind of looks like Slender Man when he's looking down with his pale white face. So it looks especially weird on the ref to me when he looks downwards. He's not looking down now, but next time he looks down, look at him. Honestly, my biggest issue with this game is just how repetitive everything is.
40, 30.
That's kind of true with sports games in general, though. It's hard to, like, I don't know, make unique stuff. That's why I think the formula that was used in Mario Golf Advanced here, that's like my prime example of my favorite sports game, I guess, was so good is because they did a lot more unique things with it. They had, like, training things and, you know, like, you'd be at a place like, hit this bird with your golf ball to earn extra experience. They shook up the gameplay a little more, man.
30, love.
Dang it, man. I'm getting destroyed this round.
40, love.
I don't know. I don't know if, again, purists would like it. Part of me wishes just these rounds weren't as long. I don't care if that's not how real tennis is played. Don't make me have to win a minimum of 12 rounds just to beat one part of the tournament.
40, 30.
I would not cry if you only did like one set or something like that. Dang it.
Out.
I tried. They finally won one. That's fine. too far over. I was trying to really swing it to the right, but I messed up.
Love. 15.
Love, 15.
15.
Trying to think, what other games have we heard voice samples like this for? There was the Punch-Out games in the arcade with the whole knockout. That voice was pretty compressed sounding. Body blow, body blow.
30. 15.
Stick a move. Has there been much else? I feel like there has to be a few.
40. 15.
You're right, though. It doesn't sound terrible. I mean, it's obviously still an NES, but... Ooh, that was an evil one. Okay. 2 more, then I win Australia. Hoping I don't have to do it again because I hope I don't get stuck with Lendl again at round 1.
Love.
I just have to hope he fails every time. That might be wishful thinking, though. And I never run into him at the beginning.
Out. Love. 30.
I feel like there's got to be something else I've played with voice samples on the NES. I was not trying to hit it over there.
15. 30.
When it hits the net, though, you don't have a whole lot of time to, like, I don't know, steer your shots. What was that, dude? Sonic, I thought you would go to the other way. Ah!
30. All.
Sometimes I do great at the receiver, but sometimes I just struggle. Whenever he does those, I do great. Those are so easy to,
40. Break.
just dominate with. I can consistently mess people up. And thank you very much. He did it again. 1 more, and then Australia is complete. Man.
Out.
Guess I just gotta go a little closer.
15.
It's hard to aim.
All.
Hello. Oh, man, that went even more to the side than I thought it was going to.
30.
Dang.
All.
Come on, I better not lose this. Serving is easy against this guy. There we go. So I tried to do last time, but I just didn't go far enough to the right.
Match point.
All right, this should be the end of Australia, not the game. Time to see what terrible brat... Wait, did I ever look at my password for this person? I hope I did.
Game set.
I don't know if I did. Now I'm, like, scared to reload passwords, though. All right, I won Australia. I'm now tied for first with Lendl. In theory, what that means is we don't start on the same side of the bracket, though, right? Because if you're same seeded, you start on opposite ends of the bracket, or you're close in seed. He's not even in this tournament. Oh, thank goodness. Dude, Rich is here? He made it out of the... what? I swear, that'd be actually really funny if he ends up being the finale of this. Rich back from the first round of, and I swear if he's just as easy as he normally is, that would be hilarious. I think I've versed this person before. That was a sinister shot.
Love. 15.
Bribery is powerful.
Out.
Who is this? I'm pretty sure I faced off against this person before. I don't think he's easy. Sam. Yeah, I think Sam is a hard one. Oh, I went too far. Dang it.
15.
Of course he made it. He's Rich. He's like, for those of you who don't know, Rich was the easiest guy in the first tournament that I faced off against a lot when I was first learning the game.
Break
and when I was grinding. He's honestly super bad at the game. Which is why I'm surprised he even made it out of the qualifiers. Man, I can't. This person's destroying me. Hold on. Does make me wonder if there's something wrong with my ROM with me getting 11 at each match and you only getting 10. Huh.
Love, 30.
Whoa. Person plays up at the net a lot.
Love, 40. Break point.
Goodbye. Uh-oh, so you're seeing it too? Ba-ba. I'm starting to more think it is the game. But I guess you're emulating too, so. There's like something busted about my stats. It must be my stats, right?
Out. 30. Love.
Or maybe my ranking plus my stats? Goodbye. Interesting.
40. Love. Out.
I mean, it's possible that my stats, like, they just didn't test it thoroughly with the crazier stats. Everyone just always plays the preset characters.
Love, 15.
Or maybe they didn't expect you to be that powerful that early. They didn't expect people to grind early like that. Dang. Those fast shots just get me every time. They're hard.
Call.
So, okay, when they're at the net, I gotta change my plan. Maybe I lob, push them back a bit. It's either that or I just gotta go the opposite way, but it's hard to do that. Because when you're that close to the net, it's like impossible to move to the corner fast enough. Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's possible we both got a ROM from the same source.
30. 40. Break point.
In fact, I think I'm almost certain we got our ROM from the same source now that I think about it. I think he uses the same place I do.
Love.
Dang. So far to the left.
15. Call.
I mean, it probably is an issue with the game. Probably is. Ooh, get over the net. Dang it.
15. 30.
Man. Some of this person's shots are just crazy.
Break point.
Break
40. Break point.
point.
Let.
Dang it. Something about, for some reason, I'm way better at hitting ball, like, there's a setup that I'm way better at than another, even though it seems like the only difference is the side of the stage I'm on. That was not in play, excuse you.
15, love.
Maybe I should start save stating as a way to counter the passwords and just say, well, that's just the way it is. But I guess that's kind of cheating.
Love.
I don't know. I don't think anyone would judge me for that. Or get upset about that. Have I ever played tennis IRL? Nope. I've played ping pong, but that's, I know it's not the same. I am not fit enough to play tennis. I have played other sports, though, growing up and stuff. I just never tried out tennis. Have you? It always seems kind of fun, but I've just never tried it.
30, 40, break point.
Yeah, I enjoy ping pong. Dude, I still get tuckered out playing that, though. I mean, you do run around a lot, but you run around a lot more in tennis. Dang. Oh, good. A little bit, but you're better at table tennis.
Love.
What am I doing? This. Dang it. Maybe I don't. I need to, you know what? I need to just figure out how to return from the left. Well, I don't know. Losing some of them isn't a big deal, but I guess it kind of is.
30, 15.
The worst thing is, so when I was growing up, we had our own ping pong table in our basement, but it was up against a wall. Which, if you've ever played ping pong up against the wall, you know how terrible that is. Because it just messes the whole game up. All right, let's try this again. So if we go like this and they hit it inwards, how do I go to the left like that? Oh, they still made it though. Ah! Oh! Yes! I can't believe I got it. We had several house rules to deal with that wall. I keep forgetting to check the score. I've just been playing. I'm not even focusing that hard right now. It's kind of hard to focus after 5 hours of this game.
Love. 15.
That is not the kind of shot I wanted to hit. Nice.
Love.
It's not, I mean, you can play with it still, but it's also really bad, ultimately. It really limits what you can do. Oh, that was an evil shot on my part.
Love. 40. Set point.
Oh, I'm about to win set one. Nice. And I have won set one. I didn't! I was so confident!
15. 40. Set point.
Oh, like, as in, you would play with the, like, going back and forth against the wall? No! Dude! Don't tell me we just ended deuce. Entered deuce. Oh, no, I still set point. Come on. Yes! Okay. One set. There's just so much tennis in this game. More tennis than I'm ever going to want to see in my life. But it doesn't end here. I need to be able to set up... If I could set up my right shots like that, that'd be great. But for some reason, I'm just not as good at it, and I'm not sure why. So we go in, we hold up, we hold A, go here, and then we hit it to the left. But he gets it. Ah. Cry.
15. Call.
But for some reason on this side, I can set it up way easier now. I've gotten pretty consistent at that even, actually. It's quite nice.
30. 15.
And I can do this strat, the whole late. Hopefully they fly it off the edge, but they don't always. No!
30.
For Wii Sports? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've actually played that. It'd be between... Because you can, like... Isn't there, like, a... point where you like get points for playing each of the game, and there's like a threshold you could go over in each of them. It's either that or I just play all of them and win. I don't know. I've never played it a ton, honestly, even though it was so huge back in the day. I don't really remember every detail about it. There was also like challenges and stuff like that you could do in some of the modes, or at least I remember that in bowling. I don't know. I'll have to wait till I play that one. Sports games are always tough. Some have story modes like this game, interestingly enough, when you think about it. Like, in some ways, this is the first tennis game I played with an actual ending, which is kind of interesting to think about. I'm gonna do a bad serve. Come on, mess it up. Nice. It's why just beating game. I've said this a million times before, but beating a game, it doesn't always actually make sense. Just do the best I can in those situations to come up with something good.
15.
A lot of those decisions I just kind of make on the fly as I get to them. I actually have been thinking about making a win condition column in my table to say, like, what I did to consider it beaten. Because initially I thought that wasn't that useful, but I've been using it for the NES Mania by the Mexican runner to help me figure out what a good ending point is, so maybe I should do that. Wow, I could have definitely messed him up there, and I just didn't. Oh, nice. At least play the mode where you have to bowl the hundreds of pins. I don't know, what do you guys think? Would that be an interesting... Oh, I did this wrong. Dang. Interesting column to add. A little description of what my win condition was for each game. Expose that for versus golf. All I did was, Suji, I swear before you said you didn't like the idea. I thought I asked you.
15. Call.
But maybe I'm misremembering it. Maybe you thought I was talking about something else.
15.
Oh, you know what I asked you? I asked you whether or not I should, I know what I'm getting confused with. I was considering saying whether or not I 100% a game. Which could go in the same column, actually.
30. Call.
Weird how I can consistently get that set up on the left side now. I don't know why it's so much harder on the right. Of course, I can do this, but this always ends poorly for me. Dang. I should have lobbed. I don't even know if I would have made it still, though, based on where the ball's trajectory was going. Just wish I could set that up on the other side as easily as I am on this one. I just can't seem to do it. Let me try, like, maybe a right swing instead? No, because then he goes too much to the right. Maybe a left swing. Dang.
Deuce.
Let.
Advantage. Server.
I don't know. My guess is that's the official term for when you hit the net on a serve. Man, I just can't win on these right side serves. I used to be able to make them always fly off, but now I can't even do that anymore. At least I'm consistent on the left right now. Unless I keep netting like this. But why is that? Why is it that what? Why is that what they say? I have no idea. Dude, I can't do this. Why? This round is endless. I cannot win this deuce to save my life. Uh-oh, he did something harder. This could be bad. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna try the normal setup. I'm gonna stop doing the crazy, or I'm gonna try the other setup again. We're gonna hold left this time. Maybe that'll work, but I have to actually swing it to the side. Dang it. Ugh. This deuce is endless. No. It's another hard one. Oh, no! Well, it's not over, but what a waste. Oh, wait, he has the event. It's not over yet. Oh, but this is the thing I keep losing. Come on, baby. Okay, I'm still in. I'm still in. I'm not. It's not over yet. It's not over. Okay. I got the advantage again. I can do this. I can do this. This isn't even that crucial, but I really want to win this now. Yes, finally. I won a single game. I still got 3 more to go. Dude, that game took forever. Oh, that was an evil receive. I don't know my tennis terminology. I'm probably saying half the things wrong half the time. Making the tennis fans. Oh, cringe. Dude, all this guy has to do is go to the right and I'm toast. Or not. No, I was toast. I knew it.
15, call.
Goodbye. See ya. I should do that more. Just run away off the screen. Try to get something interesting out of this game. No! Run away out of shame. I can't get away. I ran the wrong way. Oh. Don't know what you were thinking with that one, buddy. Ah, that was brutal. When they get that dive and it goes that much on the line. Rough. He was on just the... I swear he did the same thing and it worked for him. Well, you win some, you lose some.
Love.
What am I doing wrong there? How do I get that to swing the way I want it to? So let's think. When I do this, I mess up. When I do this, I go on the outer side of it. So I need to move a bit to the right, but not too much to the right. So if I go here, and then go just a bit to the right, I didn't quite go as hard as I was hoping it would. Why am I so much better at that on one side? Ooh.
40, 15.
Dude, I'm getting these serves so consistently on the left, at least. That's helping me out big time here. Game 4 beaten. It's like I'm doing better now with my serve runs than my receiving runs. At least last game. It's kind of luck. It depends on how much they do that really easy punish there.
15.
Or that really easy serve. They do that serve that goes inward. It's just, I've won. Well, except for that time. That was not where I was trying to aim that. Dang it. That actually went far enough. I just didn't aim it right.
15, call.
Apparently the etymology of let in tennis is disputed. It's based off an old English word that meant hinder. Interesting. I knew that was over the moment he hung in the middle there instead of going to the right.
15, 40. Break point.
Break point. You got that? No, you didn't. You cheated. All right, one more game. that I've won the first round. Or is this the second round? I don't know anymore. I think this is just the first round of the French tournament, isn't it? I set that up completely wrong because I forgot what I was doing. Let's try again. We go up here. We go just barely to the right. It was maybe not quite enough to the right. This is bad because I missed my easy serve because I forgot what I was doing. And he didn't respond to it the same way he always does. Oh, come on. Well, I guess this is not my game to win yet. There we go. And he still got it. Dang it! Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to move a little bit more over to the right. Hello, you did not get that. Come on, let this be the one. Thank you. Easy serve. Love 30. He's doing a lot of easy serves. I think this should be it. If I lose this now, it is my fault. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I did it. So it begins my downward spiral. Come on, come on. No! No, 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 wait. Hold on. I cannot let this enter deuce. It'll be humiliating. Please just give me an easy serve. I know you want to. No, he didn't do it again. Okay, we're good. Woo! All right, that is the first person in the French tournament beaten. I think I'm going to end now. I'm going to start save stating. I hope people don't get mad about that, but after what I've been witnessing, not save stating to get through the game, but save stating to get around the passwords breaking. Let's see this password, though, just in case. It seems like the password had more to do with the custom character. Everett's passwords have been working just fine. So I still think it's an issue with the custom character passwords breaking. But just in case, I'll pop a save state, too, just in case. All right, that's going to be all for today. It is 5. Stream over. I wasted a lot of time due to the password running out. But Everett's making good progress. I think she might still be able to do it. I'm just bummed that my character died like that.